National Conference on Studying and Implementing the Resolution of the 14th National Congress of the Party.
The U.S. imposed new sanctions on Iran immediately after the nuclear talks concluded.
From remote mountains to the world's top 10 in robotics.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Truyen, and here we go, the first step of the show. On the morning of February 7th, the Politburo and the Study Secretariat just organized a nationwide conference to study, grasp, and implement the resolution of the 14th National Congress of the Party. The hybrid event with the main venue at the Zinhong Hall of the National Assembly building. General Secretary To Lam just attended and delivered the guidelines at the conference.
The conference focused on thoroughly grasping the core contents, new points, and breakthroughs within the documents of the 14th Congress, clarifying key tasks and requirements for implementing the resolution across the entire political system. Based on these insights, party committees at all levels will develop action programs to ensure the synchronized and effective implementation of the resolution, fostering unity in awareness and action among the entire party, people, and military. During the conference, delegates listened to presentations by leaders on 10 specialized topics. It highlights key areas and innovations in the documents of the 14th National Party Congress. Taking place over the course of one day, this serves as an extensive political campaign to ensure every official and party member masters and effectively executes the resolution. The goal is to create a marked shift in perception, unify will and action within the party, and build social consensus, thereby kindling and promoting patriotic traditions, the spirit of self-reliance, and the strength of great national unity in the cause of national construction, development and defense.
The United States announced new sanctions targeting Iran's oil and petrochemical trade, hours after indirect talks between Tehran and Washington over Iran's nuclear program concluded in Oman.
According to Reuters, the sanctions, unveiled by the U.S. State Department, target 15 entities and 14 vessels linked to Iran's Shadow Fleet, which is used to transport petroleum products and petrochemicals in violation of international restrictions. Among the entities sanctioned by the United States is an India-based firm. The announcement came shortly after Iranian and U.S. officials wrapped up a day of indirect negotiations in Muscat. Mediated by Oman, the talks were described as constructive by Tehran. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, speaking after the talks, struck a cautiously optimistic tone, calling the discussions a good start.
Thailand is entering a decisive moment ahead of the House of Representatives election and the constitutional referendum on February 8th. After weeks of vibrant campaigning, February 6th just marked the conclusion of in-person campaign activities by the political parties, opening a golden 24-hour for voters to reflect on their choices.
In this general election, political experts have noted intense competition among several major parties, including the People's Party, Pheu Thai, and Bunjay Thai. Approximately 50 million Thai voters will exercise their civic rights on February 8 in a political event regarded as historic, as it marks the first time citizens will vote for the House of Representatives and participate in a constitutional referendum on the same day. According to regulations, a party or coalition must secure at least 250 out of 500 seats in the House to form a majority government. Alongside domestic economic issues and foreign policy, Thailand is facing various challenges ranging from trans-border crime to border tensions with Cambodia.
Upcoming are some updated news.
On February 6, local time, Italian President Sergio Mattarella declared the Milan Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics open during a solemn ceremony at the San Siro Stadium in Milan. Following tradition, the delegation from Greece, the birthplace of the modern Olympics, led the parade of athletes. The Milan Cortina Winter Games have officially commenced with the participation of approximately 2.900 athletes from 92 countries and territories. The competitions are spread across an area of about 22.000 square kilometers, making this the most geographically expansive Olympic Games to date.
Nghệ An province has set a target for 2026 to achieve a GRDP growth rate of 10.5% to 11.5%. The budget revenue to exceed 32 trillion Vietnamese dongs, with an ambitious goal of reaching 35 trillion Vietnamese dongs. Additionally, it targets an export turnover of over 5 billion United States dollars and intends to attract approximately 3.6 billion United States dollars in foreign direct investment. These objectives were outlined in Directive No. 09, issued on February 6, 2025, by the Standing Committee of the Nghệ An Provincial Party Committee. The province is focused on innovating its growth model and restructuring the economy toward modernity and sustainability, while enhancing growth quality and competitiveness, promoting tourism development, striving to make it a spearhead economic sector by 2030.
In 2026, industrial zones across Nghệ An are expected to require over 90,000 workers, ranging from general labor to engineers and high-tech specialists. Demand is primarily concentrated in the VSIP and WA industrial zones, spanning various sectors such as electronic component assembly, precision engineering, auto parts manufacturing, textiles, and supporting industries. In response to this rapid growth in manpower demand, Nghệ An plans to host large-scale job fairs at key industrial hubs. These events aim to provide a direct link for workers, especially those returning from other provinces, to access official and transparent recruitment information.
In the heart of the vast forests of Western Nghệ An, where educational conditions remain challenging, an educational miracle had just written. Two primary school students from Con Cuông Camille have outstandingly won gold medals at an international robotics competition. More in the story today.
Held in China, the International Robotics Competition is a prestigious science and technology arena, bringing together over 1,000 teams from numerous countries and territories. Overcoming hundreds of formidable opponents, Nguyen Con Lam and Tran Tung Lam, students from Tra Lan 1 Primary School, under the guidance of their teacher, Mr. Nguyen Nhu Phung, brilliantly secured gold medals and ranked among the top 10 best teams in the world.
I am so happy and proud to have participated in such a large-scale competition for the first time. When our robot finished its task and the results were confirmed, my friend and I were deeply moved. I want to thank my teacher, my family, and my school for always encouraging us and creating the best conditions for us to learn and practice.
Beyond their regular classes, the two students spent much of their time researching everything from design and assembly to programming and technical adjustments. Not only do they shine in robotics, but both Nguyen Con Lam and Tran Tung Lam have also been high-achieving students for many consecutive years. They are proactive learners with a deep passion for exploring science and technology.
This is a very proud achievement, not only for Tra Lan 1 Primary School but also an honor for the entire Con Cuông commune.
Tra Lan 1 Primary School has a long-standing reputation for excellence, with students consistently winning awards in youth informatics competitions for many years. Building on this technological foundation, the school's teachers and students have boldly ventured into robotics innovation contests over the last 2 years. Notably, in the 2025 academic year, 6 students from the school won the national first prize in robotics programming.
The school has boldly innovated its teaching methods by integrating robotics into experiential activities, allowing teachers to identify and nurture student talent.
Starting from a remote mountain school facing numerous challenges, This International Robotics Gold Medal is not only a well-deserved reward for the efforts of these two young students but also a vivid testament to the impact of educational innovation in the Highlands.
The last story descended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.